Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a package from Blade HQ. So, Blade HQ reached out to me, and they were updating their affiliate program. So they wanted to be more in contact with their affiliates and just be more connected. Because before, I literally just had a link. I could link stuff to their site, but I never even talked to them, right? So if there was something I reviewed and I couldn't find it anywhere else, I would link it to them. But now they've reached out. They have a whole program. They have a person running it. Her name is Laurel. Shout out to Laurel. And they sent a little goodie bag. It did come with a t-shirt too. I think I took that out already because I love t-shirts, especially knife shirts. And so yeah, that's already in my wardrobe. But yeah, there's some other stuff here. Looks like a knife roll. We don't really need to get into that. We have a pouch. It's one of those, what are they called? Like, I forget the brand. I think it's a specific brand, but look at that. It's got Blade HQ on it. I think I got one from Knoll Knives once. It might be the same brand, but it's like a little wallet / pouch. You could put patches on it, and then you could fit like, you know, a knife and a Swiss Army knife and a flashlight or whatever in there. Pretty cool little pouch. Those are always nice. We have Civivi stuff, little keychain with a flag, and it's got a bottle opener and a little pry bar, little Allen wrench or whatever. This is the main reason we're here. This is a new Chaves knife. They now have a budget knife, and it's got something I don't love, but everybody seems to be into it right now, crossbar lock. So we're going to check it out. We have a cool patch. I love their donut theme stuff. We have some kind of Blade HQ duck with knives, which is cool with me. And we have stickers. It's got the, that's pretty cool actually. Scientific periodic table or whatever. That's funny. Is Einsteinium a real thing? I don't know. Blade HQ, Knife Life. I hate knives. Just kidding. Can you imagine? All right. And then we have a coin. Father of the Gear. Lifetime Achievement in EDC Excellence. And it's got a picture of somebody. Blade HQ. I don't know if that's supposed to be somebody. Father of the Gear. I have no idea who that is or what that would be. But they also sent a mermaid coin, which I, of course, gave to my daughter immediately when I got that package. So let me unbox this or cut it. I have the Jack Wolf Knives Scuffle Niche Designs collab. Absolutely love this thing. They will be available at Blade HQ, I believe. So I will link that as well. I believe it drops this Friday. This is one you probably don't want to miss, guys. This is a unique knife. It's not just another slip joint model that they turned into a folder or whatever. This is its own animal, and it's excellent. You know, I have a couple of critiques, but nothing that really would tell me not to recommend it to you guys. This is an absolute banger. I think this is their coolest knife overall. It's just got a lot of interesting things going on, and the action is just, yeah, it's just different than their previous stuff. It's next level. Fantastic. So anyway, that's the Scuffle. We'll talk about that in a separate video soon. Kind of teasing it here lately. Sorry. But here we go. This is a Chaves knife. We have the skull pocket clip. Now, this is a budget knife, so I'm going to go ahead and, yep, it's steel. So I wish that was titanium, but hey, what are you going to do? First things first, it actually is lighter than I expected. I thought it was going to be a thick boy. It's not that thick, actually, which is cool. I appreciate that from Ramon. Look at that. It's like a skinny boy, man. That seems so weird to have Chaves knife that's skinny like that. That's weird. All right, now we do have a thumb stud. We're tight to the frame, and we're pretty close to the pivot. So I'm hoping we're going to get a real nice flick on this bad boy. Oh, yeah, that felt good. That felt good. So we have the faux compound. I guess it's a compound grind. They're just both flat. Now, I do believe this is in D2, which is an interesting choice. I think I saw the price point around 85 bucks. You know, D2, 85 bucks. Is this assisted? Oh, no. That's why it fired out of there. Oh, my God. No way. Say it ain't so. No, wait. It's not. Sorry. False alarm. False alarm, guys. Everybody, go back to the station. False alarm. False alarm. Sorry, that was my stupidity. Because if you close it to like right here, it feels like you're overcoming something there. You are, obviously. Stupid statement. But it's the Omega Springs. It's not the. It's not an assist. It's just got stronger springs, which is good, actually. Because then when you fire it, it fires. Still does not feel anything like a real detent on a Chaves, right? First thing I have to tell you is, well, I've told you a lot of stuff already. The packaging is low-key, cheap as fuck, but it's a budget knife. It's 85 bucks, so I forgive this packaging. I'm wondering who made it. I don't know if they would have had Riot make it, because that's who Chaves uses on production stuff. That would be interesting. It is aluminum, by the way. I think it comes in different versions, but this is aluminum, which is actually pretty nice. Well, let me check that. Oh. I think it's a very light pull on the magnet, so I think it's just a liner under there. Let me investigate with a flashlight here. So we do have a liner that's running down the inside just along the center. It's interesting. So the liner runs like this, down the center, and then kind of curves at the end, and then it gets mounted in by this screw, sorry. So just imagine there's just a thin liner about this thick, and it's going down the center. Really interesting. You can kind of see it here. Well, I guess it's not down the center. I guess it's down the back. You see it? You can see the edge of it there. But it's not a full liner. It doesn't go on the full scale. See that? A lot of that scale right there is just aluminum. Same thing on this side. That's very nice. I like that. So they're, nested. The liners are not full liners, and that's what lets it have a decent weight, which I like. And I like the fact that it's skinny. Now, sorry, here's my biggest gripe. I have to say it, guys. Well, one, it's a crossbar lock. I don't like crossbar locks, man. They're the new button lock, which means they need to just stop. Like, can we go back to, like, this would have been a sick liner lock, dude. A Chaves, like, Redencion or 229 Street, whatever the hell they're called. I love this model. If they made this in a liner lock, I mean, it would be absolutely sick. Slap some 154 CM on it with a liner lock, dude. Now we're talking $100. Psh, dude. But a crossbar lock and D2. I feel like those choices were a little bit weird. But keep in mind, this is like a Blade HQ knife. I don't know if it's only available there, but I get it. It's a mainstream knife. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to sell a shit ton of these. Like, this is his CRKT knife. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get the choices, and I think it's fair. You know, $85 seemed like a lot, but looking at that construction, and you get the extra clip, I think it's fair. It's fine. Plus, guys, you can't even get out of bed for less than $100 these days, so you know. And it does feel good. The thumb stud feels good. The reverse flick won't, but it's not bad. It's still pretty vertical, so it works. But as soon as you got to go out, it kind of kills the experience on a crossbar lock. But not bad. Does not have a reversible clip. I mean, that's a huge bummer. Big miss. Big miss. You know, you got the two screw thing going. I think it would have looked okay if they just had like one screw here and one screw here. You know, I think that would have looked fine. I don't think it would have looked that out of the ordinary to have two screws and then you could have put the clip in. Now, of course, there's probably a milling pocket. Let's find out. Are we talking T8s? Yep, we're talking T8s. We also have two different clips. I wish Ramon would give up on that. I wish he would just, you know, if you don't want the skull clip, well, guess what? You don't want a Chaves. You know, you're not a Chaves knives kind of guy if you don't want the skull clip. Like that's, you know, that's the thing that made it so special to me. So as you can see here, we have no milled out pocket for the clip. The clip sits right onto the scale. So to me, there's absolutely no reason they couldn't have did a reversible clip. They could have got rid of this screw right here that holds, obviously there's a barrel that goes through the backspacer, right? And screw on each side. But they could have done away with that, and they could have put, well, let me see. Is the blade, I don't think the blade is going near that hole. So she said, yeah, I don't see the blade there. So I'm trying to see if there's any excuse for them here. I think maybe I do see the blade. I mean, maybe the edge of it. Barely, though. Nope. Nope. Blade does not, the blade does not go past the holes. So there's no excuse. So what they should have done here is you should delete this screw right here, right? Then you could have two barrels that are in here. Maybe slide them up just a touch, right? Up a little bit. And then you just have one on each side countersunk just like they are here. So it sits flush into the scale. And then you have the clip, right? So the clip sits on one side like this. The other side just has the two screws, countersunk. They look clean in there. I mean, what? The reason not to do it is you want this side to look clean, right? Well, how many people, tell me in the comments, guys, how many of you would care if there was just an extra screw here, like one there and one there? Like imagine this one was gone, right? And there's one there and one there. Would that even look that weird to you? I don't think it would look weird at all. And then you'd be able to reverse the clip, which, if you're talking about a crossbar lock, is an absolute necessity. Like you have to have a reversible clip on a crossbar lock. You know? Let's see where this lines up. Yeah, look at that. I mean, you still had room. You could have brought it up just a little bit like that. I mean, you could have got rid of the chamfer along this edge here or something. And then you could have moved that up. You don't even have to, though, because the blade doesn't get in the way. I mean, I see no reason why. I see no reason why they shouldn't have done a reversible clip. That's just a miss, in my opinion. I think this might be Riot. I don't know. The hardware looks pretty clean. Now it's steel, right? I'm pretty sure these screws are steel too, yeah. And then this clip, they're both steel, but pretty sure they're Riot. I don't know. Maybe it'll tell us somewhere. I do have it pulled up. I'll show you guys on their website. That screw's going in a little weird. This one's really clean, which is interesting. Just tightening down, no problem. Okay, now that we have made the knife correct with the skull clip, because, yeah, like, we don't want the bitch clip, guys. That's what this is. If you want this clip, you're a bitch. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, there's really, you know, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but if you're buying this knife and you want this clip, you're a bitch. You need the skull clip. That's just, it's a Chaves. Right? But yeah, it should be reversible. I'm going to stop saying it, but that's my biggest gripe on the knife. Other than that, I actually really like this thing, guys. The jimping is very sharp. Holy shnikes, that is sharp. Like, yeah, I guess because of the price point, you know, they didn't have the man hours to clean this up a little bit. I mean, that is sharp. You could probably cut yourself on those. If you press down hard enough, you are going to cut yourself, I think, on those gems. But, yeah, hard anodized black aluminum. I mean, I love how thin it is. It's really cool. And the blade stock is pretty thin, too. So you actually get a decently slicey Chaves here, I think. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Even a Redencion with a hollow grind, yeah, it'll be sharp. I caught the choil, I think. It'll be sharp, but it's still, you know, not a slicey blade. This is slicey. I mean, look how thin that is. This is nice. Flat grind. I like everything about this knife except for the fact that it doesn't have a reversible clip. And, you know, the crossbar lock is not my favorite. But you know what? I gotta say it when it's true, and they did a good job, right? It works very well. I don't feel hindered too much by the lock, you know? It's still firing out really well. Yeah, just sharp edges on that jimping, but I like the studs. They work well. And for the price point, I mean, yeah. This is really cool for people who have been eyeing up 229 or 228 or whatever it is, Sangre, whatever model it is. You've wanted a Chaves for years, but you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't want to spend 300 plus on a knife. And that's how much those work because they're from Riyadh. Those people can pick this up for 85 bucks and you get pretty much the full experience, except it's thinner, which is, in my opinion, better. So unless you're a big bruiser, you know, motorcycle gang guy, I think you'll be okay. So they're calling it the X-Lock, all right? So the X-Lock here, 85 bucks for the X-Lock, black D2. What am I trying to say? English, bro. I think they have like a stonewash, which is what this is, and then they have like a satin, I think. No, it says stonewash. So what's this one? G10? Is it the blade shape? Tonto. Ah, okay. Drop point versus Tonto. Got it. So here we have the Tonto, which is what I prefer on a Chaves because, I don't know, you get that extra little angle there I like, where the drop point is rounded here. That's the only difference. You could turn this into a drop point in about 2 seconds with a stone or a sharpening system. You just get rid of that tip. Just sharpen it like it's one edge, and you'll immediately make this a drop point. So if you're not sure which one to get and you know how to sharpen, I would recommend the Tonto because then you could say, oh, I don't really like the Tonto. And then you could just turn it into the drop point, you know. You'd get the, I don't know if the drop point has the compound look. So you'd get that too, which is kind of cool. Looks like they're all 85 bucks. Yeah, I'm not too, I'm not too upset with this knife, guys. I think it's cool. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I would really love to hear it. Shout out to Blade HQ for sending this over. I appreciate it. Shout out to you guys for upgrading your affiliate program. I think it needed that overhaul, and it's nice to be included. And I hope to work with you guys more. And yeah, I'll put a link. Jeez. I'll put a link down below to this knife if you guys are interested. And if you use my link to Blade HQ, it helps the channel. It's totally up to you. I don't have a discount code or anything. You're just helping me out. So again, it's your call. I love you guys. And this is a cool knife for 85 bucks. If you want to experience a Chaves, especially if you're right-handed, because if you're left-handed, unless you're, you know, like me and you've handled a million knives and you're used to using a crossbar lock left-handed without a clip, then I would avoid it. But if, you know, if you just love the design, you got to have it. I get it. It is very cool. So I love that. All the badass in an affordable package. Fair enough, Chaves. All right. I love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.